What up, what up, what up, Unbreakable Kicks Army? Happy Monday, start of the week. Now, like I've said, if y'all caught my video I posted yesterday, every single weekend we got a release. This upcoming week, we got the Nike Dunk High, the Wu-Tang Dunks Army. Y'all already know what time. This is a very critical week for your boy. Y'all know I need that size 12 for my Pops Army. So that's all. I'm already going to throw out that good mojo, so we going to go ahead and get those. And on top of that, we got the Air Jordan 9 Olives that are dropping this weekend as well. Now, like I said in the video yesterday, Army, sleep if you want to. I ain't even going to say nothing else. I'm just going to have y'all go check that video out if y'all missed it yesterday. Now, we do got an early review. Now, these were originally supposed to be dropping this week. These were supposed to be dropping on the 9th, but they wind up pushing the date back on these, and the olives got pushed up. We got the Air Jordan 4 Fears. Now, years ago when the Fears dropped, Army, I feel like they had the community. Mugs love the 3s, they love the 4s, they love the 5s. But we seen what happened last year with the Retro 3s. I'm not sure if that's going to happen with the Retro 4s, but we're going to check it out, Army. So, the label reads Air Jordan 4 Retro. Colorway is black, white, anthracite black. This is a size 11.5 in men. Want to say retail is going to be what? $215? $215 on the Retro 4s. And again, these will be dropping on the 16th. Now, it was some talk about a potential shock drop on these, but I personally said, look, if these didn't shock drop on Halloween, and which that would have been something dope, we wasn't getting a shock drop. And from just the jump, I didn't believe that we were going to get a shock drop on these because we didn't get them on the 3s either. Now, I'm going to go ahead and check these out, Army. This is my first time checking out the Air Jordan 4 Fears. You got the Fear paper. Same thing we got with the 3s again, Army. The box is pretty much the same. The paper is the same as well. But these joints are kind of wrapped up like the Air Jordan 185 High when they wrap up the sneakers, so that way the shoes don't damage the other sneaker end. I'm not surprised that they did that with these because you do got that soft nubuck, and if the shoes are bumping against each other in a box, it will scratch up the material. And I'm sure Nike has learned the hard way about doing that with a lot of people probably returning their pairs when they come scratched up, because we know how certain materials are with the Air Jordan 4s. Now, let me go ahead and grab the other one as well. All right, we got the Air Jordan 4 Fears in hand now. Like the OGs, these did come wrapped a little bit differently. You got the white paper. I'm assuming so that the black on the tongue does not bleed on the white for the sock liner. So I like how they are actually thinking about the customer when it comes to, you know, how they packaging up the shoes. Because again, a lot of these sneakers do come scratched up and beat up, and then, I mean, they still dead stock. So what can you do other than just return them? Now, I ain't gonna hold y'all, Army. I felt like, if anything, the Air Jordan 4 Fears were the weakest release of the month. Can't lie. Black Toe 14s, we seen what those did. Olive 9s dropping this weekend. These dropping the weekend after that. Then we got the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement. But, I mean, you got the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Game Royal. So, I won't say that these are the weakest release of the month, but I feel like Jordan Brand keeps shooting themselves in the foot by giving us releases that are very similar. Like again, Army, if you didn't get the Air Jordan 4 White Thunders, you can get these. If you don't get these, you probably got the White Thunder. So you can pick and choose which one you actually want. And then again, next year we get into Black Cats. So these are, to me, in the same family as far as colorways. But if I was to be honest with y'all, I feel like I like the material on the 2013 pair better than these. Like, I don't want to say the material is cheap, but the OGs were definitely better. Had I kept my OGs and didn't sell them, I probably would have been like, all right, I'll just keep the 2013 pair over the 2024 pair. Like, the 2013 pair was made a little bit better than these right here. Now, you do got the newer style with the tongue. I do like some of the aesthetics. So I do like how they did the tongue on these. I like the shape of these a lot better than the 2013 pair as well. I'm just saying that the materials on the 2013 pair, in my opinion, were better. And I'm sure that's how it is with a lot of these Jordans. Even when it came down to the Fear 3s, the 2023 pair and the 2013 pair were close. They were very similar. So to me, it was no big deal of having the newer pair versus the older pair. Little shoe Army, you got the white Jumpman on the back tab. Now, if I would have kept a pair, I got a pair of White Thunders downstairs, y'all, but I just feel like looking like this, bro, this is a pair of White Thunder Air Jordan 4s. Or am I tripping? Am I tripping, Army? Talk to me. Like, minus the midsole, is basically the same shoe, Army. Look at the tongue, the sock liner, like, I don't know. I just feel like these joints is too similar, and that's gonna potentially hurt the sales on these for Jordan brand, I feel like, Army. But y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about these. I will jump on the turntable, give you guys a quick look at the Air Jordan 4 Fears, and then we can jump back in front of the camera to end the video off. All right, Army, got the box on the turntable. Again, we got the similar box that we had with the Retro 3s, but of course, we got the Jumpman with flight to symbolize the Retro 4s. Got the label. Label reads Air Jordan 4 Retro. Colorway is black, white, anthracite, black. This is a size 11.5. If men, and again, I want to say retail is going to be what, $215 on these joints? Smacking these joints on the turntable, Army. Again, y'all can see very similar to the White Thunders. I've already mentioned that. You do got your speckle down here on the midsole of the Air Jordan 4 Fears. The Fear 4s were big like 10 years ago, y'all. When these joints dropped, originally Fear 4s, Fear 3s, Fear 5s, those are like quick strikes. So you couldn't just get those anywhere, man. Like I remember having to drive like an hour to go pick up the 3s and the 4s. I waited like an additional 30 minutes to see if the person wasn't going to pick up the Retro 5s, and then they wind up picking up the 5s. So then I was able to get the 3s and 4s for retails. 5s I had to pay resale for, Army. But I mean, this was just a different time for Jordan brand, y'all. Like for real, for real. And the only thing is, like I mentioned, the materials on these is not as good as a 2013 pair, the OG pair, but it's still a good shoe. It's still a good shoe to have, especially like if you like the 3s, you know, if you're going to potentially get the 5s. I'm not sure if the 5s going to drop next year, Army, but you know, this is still a good one. This is still a good one. Like at one point in time, this shoe was very sought after. I want to say this was around like 2017, 2018. I forget what they say, Army. They used to call him the Asian Kanye. I swear, like, I don't even know if they even said Buddy's real name. But he wore a pair of these and the price skyrocketed on the Air Jordan 4 Fears. But you can see you got the black wings, you got the white winglets right there, Army. Black laces, white on the tongue with your black Jumpman and the black flight. Now, Army, the first thing I see is white in the sock liner. Army, y'all already know, man. You gotta have your Rejuvenator water and stain repellent. Go ahead and spray that sock liner so you don't leave any water, dirt, mud, sludge on your shoes, Army. Especially if you're gonna wear these joints with jeans, you don't want to get that dye on the jeans to bleed, even on the tongue. So make sure you spray the tongue, and after you spray the joints, Army, let it sit for like 10 to 15 minutes so that the Rejuvenator water and stain repellent can really soak in and coat. As you guys can see, is already drying up right there on the wings right there, Army. So I always use this every time I rock a pair of shoes. Some people spray it after every rip. You can if you want to. I'm one of those type of people, Army, but I'm already loaded up on Rejuvenator water and stain repellent. But I do got the link in the description section below to save you guys 10% off all Rejuvenator products. Y'all already know the spiel, Army. Go ahead and click the link. But back to these right quick, Army. The Fears did have 3 different shades. You got black, you got more of like a darker gray, and then you got a lighter gray down there on the toe cap. Like I said, Army, back then these joints were sought after. If I'm not mistaken, I was probably the only one on campus with a pair of Air Jordan 4 Fears. And right now at this moment, I'm low-key regretting that I did sell my OG pair, man. But check out the outsole. White Jumpman hits a black and white down there. Gray on the midsole. Again, going from light to dark on the upper of these joints. I still can see the Fears moving. I still can see the Fear 4s moving, Army. Even though we got a lot of shoes that are similar to them, I can still see these joints moving. So let me know if these joints are a cop for you in the comment section below. I'm going to go ahead and get these joints one more quick 360, and then we can jump back in front of the camera to end the video off. All right, Army, now that you guys have seen the Air Jordan 4 Fears, how you feel about them? Are these a cop for you? Are these a cop? It's still a cop on the sense that I don't have these no more. I should have, man, bro. I moved too fast. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie, because what I've been saying, Army, I'm like, a lot of these shoes, you just gonna have to keep recycling them. Even as far as the Air Jordan 3, Black Cement 2018, a lot of people just like, man, I'm glad I kept my 2018 pair. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these shoes, I feel like it's gonna, so what should I do with my Ferraris? You know what I'm saying? We're getting the Ferraris again next year, but how can they mess that shoe up? So I'm just really thinking like, bro, should I just keep the original ones? Or do I just go ahead and get the newer versions of them? I don't know, Army. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section below as well. And also, again, let me know if you guys do plan on grabbing these. I'm not saying that these is bad, Army. I'm not. Could the material been better? 100%. And that's the only thing I'm going to say. Like, the material could have been better. They shouldn't have cut, you know, corners with the insole. Should have gave us the fear of insoles. But, I mean, we know how Jordan Brand is, y'all. We know how Jordan Brand is, Army. And other than that, you got your boy Unbreakable. You got the Unbreakable Vote. Unbreakable Army sends strong, like always, most importantly, hug your loved ones and, of course, remain humble. And we out.
I hit Unbreakable for the uses. He the plug, call him when I need him. These old's tough, but he get him easy. Yours old, him first season. Them most beefy, looking like two laughs. Two less, cause your ass taking nail.